Going live. All right, sweet. We're live. All right, yo, what's up, everybody? So now we're here with Johnathan Buckhouse. If you guys haven't seen Jonathan's channel before, he's hustling big time on YouTube, putting out content pretty much every single day. And I've been watching Jonathan now for years, and he puts out just really fun vlogs. They're super entertaining down in Colorado. Also getting up lots of different types of content as well, some tutorials and some skateboard vids. But yeah, super stoked to talk to Jonathan. What's up, man? How's it going?
What up, Kevin? What's up, everybody? So stoked to be live with Kevin right now. It's so sick. I can't believe technology is so cool that not only can we post daily videos on the internet for snowboarding, but we could get together to chat like this. And especially at a time where we're all locked in our houses, like, let's get together still and have a good time, talk about some snowboarding.
Yeah, sick, man. Yeah, I feel like this time, usually I come down to Colorado around this time, like end of March, like early April, and get a chance to ride with like you and like just like, yeah, whoever else is down in Colorado, Ryan Napton as well. But yeah, because of this whole quarantine business and stuff, like no travel. But yeah, I see you still got the backyard setup going with Tommy Bennett. So yeah, you quarantining with the family, but also got some access to a backyard park that looks really fun, man. How's that going?
Oh, it's going great. So before it was like a stay-at-home order, we were riding the hill behind my house and building like some cool jumps. We built like a butter pad, we built like a tree bonk, like we were building and a quarter pipe. We were building like the cool stuff. It was so sick. But then it was like, yo, stay at home. And we're like, oh, what are we gonna do? And Tom's like, you don't know this, but I got like a really cool backyard. And I was like, what? Let's go. So we like walked around his backyard, and then also we just started like putting log rails together and like creating all the stuff. So like the YouTube channel is kind of pivoted to this like DIY, do it yourself, how to make snowboard jumps, how to make snowboard log rails. Like we made a berm banks, and then like a little pop jump. We have a top to bottom run right now with 2 log rails, berms, a little jump, and like vlogging how we make it, and then coming back and sessioning it the next day and giving people tips on how, if they want to make a backyard park right now or next season, like they'll have that knowledge that they need to make those parks.
Nice, man. Yeah, I feel like you're like the perfect person to do that too in a quarantine, because I know like last year, like late season and early season, you were like still on the snowboard grind, like making it work. I know like hiking down in Colorado, there's a spot, correct me if I'm wrong, but Loveland Pass, where like
Loveland Pass,
you can drive up pretty high and like build a little like snowboard park. So you've been like after it in terms of like keeping snowboarding going at all costs for a while now. Dude. So this isn't much different.
No, this is, like this isn't much different. It just came sooner, and I didn't get to have that super epic spring park days where you can like huck it on jumps and try and learn all those cool new park tricks. But like, yeah, like figuring out how to make fun vlogs with not much. I did that all last year. I mean, we've done 106 or 607 videos in a row now, just daily content, and just chasing and trying to extend the snowboard season as much as possible, trying to show people that you can snowboard so many days a year. Last year we did 187 days. This season we were on pace for 200 days this season. We kind of like, our riding slowed down a little bit because it is more challenging to get out and ride. You really miss a chairlift when you're hiking and everything. Not complaining, I still have fun hiking. It's good exercise, but it's those tough days to be out on the snow are a lot easier when you're sitting on a chairlift.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I can imagine like, yeah, the cool thing about living in a spot like Colorado, like you guys have, like you're already at big elevation, right? Like you guys are already at about 10,000 feet, or where are you at?
Yeah, so I live at like 9,000 feet, but to get to 12,000 feet is a 5-minute drive. So it's just like, boop, and then we're hanging out with snow. We'll have snow till June. We'll definitely be able to keep making snowboard videos till June. But my goal, or once this quarantine lifts up, we're gonna purchase a camper, me and my family, and hopefully whatever resorts open, we're taking that camper and packing up the family, and we're gonna go hopefully like to Mammoth, go to Hood. Me and Tommy are gonna be hosting a snowboard camp, which is really exciting. And then obviously I'm gonna try and like chase winter this summer, which I've never done before. But a big goal to that is to get a camper to bring my family, because I do have a wife and a kid.
Wow, that's amazing, dude. Yeah, that's like the ultimate family road trip right there.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a new thing. My wife's like, we gotta at least test 1 week in this camper before you expect me to just hang out in it for a month. And I'm like, but we're gonna go to really cool places.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because another thing I'm gonna try and do this summer is really get into wakeboarding. I did a cable park down in Fruta. It's like 3 hours away from me. There's a cable park and it has like a bunch of boxes and rails and jumps. And I was blown away at how similar wakeboarding is to snowboarding. Like I literally first day on a wakeboard, I was hitting boxes and hitting jumps and stuff. And I'm like, dude, the mechanics is all there except for getting pulled. So I was like, that's going to be great summer content for me, but it's a 3-hour drive. So having that camper, being able to take the family down there is going to really allow us to make quality content through the summer. Because you know this better than I know this, because you've been doing it way longer. Summer's brutal for us snowboard YouTubers.
Yeah. It's tough to make it work in the summers for sure. But I think, yeah, if you get a camper, and like I've never done the traveling in a camper for snowboarding, but a few years ago I bought a van and I lived in a van for about 3 months in Australia, just like touring around, like stopping at campsites or like roadside stops. And it's a little bit intimidating of an idea at first, but once you start doing it and you're living in your like vehicle and you're stopping, but it's so much fun. And it's like, it is much easier than I expected. Like, as long as you can get to some showers and some running water and maybe some like Wi-Fi, yeah, you're good. It's like, you just end up spending tons of time outdoors, which is amazing, which is so much fun.
Yeah, and that's what we're looking forward to. We definitely are gonna have to find showers because my wife won't put up with that very long. But yeah, we guess we're going more the camper style, just because of like, well, my son gets filthy every single day too. He's got to take a daily bath. But I didn't know you did that. That's really cool. I know Casey's doing the whole van thing too. So like, it's just so exciting because traveling with snowboarding has kind of become this new thing to me, because I've snowboarded for 10 years, but it's all been in Summit County. It was like just Brett, Keystone, Copper. Maybe I'd go to Vail or Beaver Creek, but like since the YouTube channel has gotten more successful and bigger, I've been being able to make trips like to Park City, Tahoe. I was in Minnesota, went to Vermont this season for the first time. Like, traveling has become the coolest part of the channel. And you know, you go to a new resort and you're like, I'm just excited to be here. It could be the worst day ever, but I'm at somewhere new and this is cool.
Wow, sick, man. From your travels, what does any place stand out, or do you have like a top like couple places that you want to go back to?
So she's in the chat right now, but Melissa took me and my family to Telluride this season, which is still in Colorado, but it's like toward the bottom half of Colorado. It's like a 5-6 hour drive. Telluride was amazing. That resort, it's not the biggest, but it has like everything. It was really cool. And we also had 2 like really perfect powder days there. So it's like hard to complain. You show up to a new resort and you can ride anything, which was really, really cool. Wow. And then the other part of that trip, we did 2 heli days at Silverton. So I got to go heli snowboarding, which like is the coolest thing in the world. It really shows you, like, you get off of this helicopter, which is like that's the coolest part. Like heli snowboarding, the helicopter, you're just like, it's a big toy. Like, oh my goodness. And like, it's amazing how smooth helicopters are, and like throwing your snowboards down, and like, you feel like you're living Art of Flight. And then everything around you is untouched and bluebird. You don't see anybody but your group, and you're just like, this is the coolest thing ever. But it's crazy because you would think you get off at a mountain that no one's ever been on, and it's going to be the smoothest, softest powder you ever ridden. But the top of the mountains get blasted and windblown, so you get this actually really hard style of snow that you would find at a resort, and then you get a little lower, and then you get into that really deep, nice powder, untouched lines. So that was something that I wasn't expecting. That kind of caught me off guard with the heliboarding. Just so anyone out there knows. But dude, it was the experience of a lifetime. Thank you to Melissa, she's awesome. And that's something I would love to do all the time, is like heli snowboard. That was really cool.
Wow.
It's tough to vlog because for avalanche safety, you can only drop one person at a time. So you can't have a filmer or someone riding next to you and all that stuff. So thankfully 360 cameras are now out. And once again, we live in the coolest time ever to be doing what we're doing. Hopefully, I mean, it's only gonna get cooler. But yeah, being able to get 360 shots really kind of made it look like you had a filmer out there.
Sick, man. Yeah, I checked out all your vlogs from the heliboarding, and I didn't even think of that it would be difficult to, because of like the safety stuff. You can't just be like setting up shots and riding with your filmer and like stopping and starting or all that kind of stuff. So there's different like challenges, I guess, around filming and heliboarding.
Yeah,
But
and
those
the
videos are so awesome.
helicopters. Oh yeah, they were fun. And but the helicopters also, I mean, Silverton is a resort. They have one helicopter and they share it with everybody that's doing it. So that pilot, who is like an incredible pilot, he's like ripping the most insane turns when no one's in the helicopter. But he's got to drop your group off and then go get a different group and drop them somewhere. And the cool thing is they have so much terrain. They're dropping people all over the place. So it's kind of this like, all right, let's get up and go. Let's like, you drop now, no, you drop now. And it's cool and your adrenaline's rushing and like, it's the days fly by. You feel like it's been 2 hours and you've been out there for 8 and you're like, oh. So, but yeah, vlogging it was a challenge, but it was really cool. And like we kitted Melissa with a whole bunch of cameras and I had a bunch of cameras and we just kept filming everything. And I have enough content. I'm probably going to post another Silverton video this week or something. Just have so many like videos from it. It was so cool. And then now I have ultimate B-roll for anything I do. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna sneak this project, this bit shot in here real quick.
Nice, man. Yeah, and like you were saying too, just like the helicopter ride in itself. Like I've never been in a helicopter, but I could imagine that a helicopter ride would just be incredible, especially like in the mountains when it's sunny and you're going to snowboard. You got your like boots on, you're all geared up. That's got to be a super thrill in itself. That's so cool.
Yeah, dude, you got to do it. Do it next year.
Maybe next winter we could like set up a heli trip somewhere together. That'd be so much fun, man.
So the cool thing is with Silverton, they're only open like Friday through Sunday, but you could book a private day Monday through Tuesday or Monday through Wednesday or Thursday. Either way, you book a private day. And I was like, you'd be so sick to get all the snowboard YouTubers to book our own private heli day. And we all get out there and do like that. That'd be really cool.
All right, let's do that.
I'm down.
Let's do that. That'd be perfect. We'll get David Jones to rent Lamborghinis for all of us, so that we can.
Yeah, we'll roll up in Lamborghinis and fly helicopters.
Nice, man. Cool. Sick, dude. So much that we could talk about. I was thinking like one thing that we can maybe talk about. This happened like earlier in the season, but it was such like a huge deal. I remember at the time, like it was like blowing up, and that was that like altercation, the whole like safety. I don't even know. It was like the safety patrol, story of the year.
Yeah.
That video. So for anyone that doesn't know, and yeah, if you guys haven't yet, check out Jonathan's channel too, linked in the description. But yeah, Jonathan had, I guess he got just pulled over by the speed patrol and a talking to, and like all kinds of drama ensued and like a big storyline afterwards. But first, like it did blow up. So that's pretty cool that you got a lot of attention from it. But yeah, what was the gist of the story and like, how did it all wrap up in the end?
Okay. So if you ever rode a Keystone, they don't have a lot of greens. They literally kind of have 2 greens, and one of them is Schoolmarm, and it's the longest run in North America or whatever. It's a 3.5 mile, they call it beginner run. But it's a green run. I would argue it's not beginner. It's more, could be more like a blue. But anyways, Schoolmarm, it's the longest run you can get, and it's got the most side hits. Like literally like every 2 feet, there's a side hit to hit. So like everybody charges it. Well, once again, Keystone doesn't have a lot of family terrain, and they advertise 2 families. Like Keystone's the family resort, but we have no family terrain. So then they take all these families and push them onto one run. So it gets really dangerous. So then they have all these safety people on there, making sure people aren't going too fast. People are like not hitting people, things like that. Well, me and my crew, we rode the park all day. We had a really sick day. And then it was like 4 of us that day. And like 3 of them were like, let's do a run. I'm like, I guess we can do a run. Like, we'll do Schoolmarm. I'm like, we can do Schoolmarm, whatever. So because there was 4, it was a Saturday, but because there was 4 really good snowboarders going down a run that was meant for beginners, we got singled out. Even though we weren't speeding, we were riding in control. They didn't like that we were on green terrain opposed to riding something different. But in our heads, we're like, yo, let's ride the run that we're going to get the most out of. If we're going to do one run, let's do the run that has all the side hits, the longest run. So we did that. And then, so one guy told us to slow down. At a point, you could say we were going a little fast. We did slow down, though, is the thing. Is like we listened to his command. He's like, yo, slow down. I'm like, okay, cool, we got you. And then we get pulled over like halfway, like almost to the bottom of the whole run. No one stopped us. No one talked to us. And they're like, all right, you guys were blowing past us. You flipped us off. We were all yelling at you. We're like, what are you talking about? Like, we literally just continued down at an extremely slow pace. And then they're like, nope, you didn't. Now you got to go to safety class. I'm like, we filmed this. Like, we film I film every run I snowboard. They're like, honestly, like, I show up to the mountain and it's camera on every single run. I don't do runs without the camera on. Just because with the vlog style, you never know what you're going to get. Like, obviously, this is a great example of the experience. So we did this whole run going super slow, in control, like minding our own business. And then they say, also, now you got to go and take a safety class. When the only issue with the safety class is, well it's going to take, it takes time. It's an hour of your day. And if you don't get it done within 2 weeks, they take your pass away. So and it's only offered 2 days a week. So if you don't live up here, it really becomes a burden on you to come up to the mountains to take this class, or you're not going to get to snowboard.
Yeah.
Then the other thing is now my pass is marked, and it's marked forever. So if I ever get stopped again for speeding, which didn't happen, and if I ever get in trouble again, let's say I accidentally ride trees into a closed run or anything like that, I have a black mark on my pass. So they'll be like, oh, well, this guy's a rule breaker. And so they now have the option to pull my pass for like 2 weeks, immediately, just pull it immediately, because I've already taken the safety class. So, or they can take it for the rest of the season, or for 2 seasons, they can take my season pass. When for me, I make my living on these mountains, and like, it's a Vail owned mountain, and it happened at Keystone, but that means I can't go ride Breck. I can't go ride Vail. Like, I can't go to Whistler if they take my pass away. So it's a big deal to me. And so I was like, like, I'm going to kind of put this out there, because I feel like I got done pretty wrongly. And the internet agreed, and that's why I took off. And of course, you got some people. The best part is there's a high debate about it. The majority was on my side, but because there was debate, is perfect for YouTube. I don't think there's YouTube videos that have more comments than those 2 videos have. Because I made 2. I made one where it was just a vlog, and I kind of protected Keystone. I didn't make their employees look bad. But then when like all the backlash and everyone was saying stuff about me and my friends, I was like, well, let's defend our character. I'll post like the actual video. So I posted a second video showing like what the employees are saying. They were cursing at us, like all this stuff. That one took off. And then all of a sudden Denver News is calling me, and Crystal 93, which is the radio station. And then I'm on the front page of the paper, and I'm like, what's going on? And I learned that fake news is a real thing. I did a Denver 7 interview, and they used like 2 of my words, and they said, like, one of the lines in the story was like, and these snowboarders just think they're too good. And I'm like, I'm not good at snowboarding. I'm okay. Well, I would never, those would not come out of my mouth. I know what a good snowboarder is. So it was kind of a mess. And honestly, the worst part was I was scared of Vail Resorts. It's a billion-dollar corporation, and they'll ban people. And there's no like so many people like I was getting like emails from people being like, just canceled my trip because of your video, like, thanks for protecting me and my family from like bad customer service and stuff. So like they lost thousands of dollars from that incident, and they had to deal with it, and they had to send employees to go talk to the press and all this stuff. And then Keystone had to disable their comments for like 2 weeks because people kept hashtagging free Buckhouse and like spamming their Instagram page. The internet is, I said, guys, don't spam Keystone. Like, it was a couple of bad employees, but like, don't hurt the resort. I like Keystone. But here I am, one dude who is standing up for the snowboard community, because there's so many of us that are just good snowboarders that get told to slow down or we're doing things wrong. We're like, what? Like, it's happened to almost everyone that has ridden Breck or Keystone.
I was just gonna ask, like, did you were you worried at any point, like, just putting this out there, like, aside from the actual incident itself, like, were you scared that by putting up the videos, that by drawing a lot of attention to it, they would just decide like, oh, you're banned, here's your money back, like, don't come back?
I don't think they give me my money back.
They did?
No, they wouldn't. I don't think they would. They'd probably just be like, you can't come back. I was kind of nervous because once again, I was like, dude, I'm taking on the giant. The first video, I was like, I got something here. Like, I think this is going to do good. The second video where I exposed the employees and everything like that, I was like, all right, here we go. Like this is the moment. This is either the right move or the wrong move. There's like a 50-50. It ended up being the right move. I mean, I got 11,000 subscribers from that incident, which for my channel, I'm at 35,000 subscribers. So that was, I mean, that's a huge growth. And it's really cool because it just, to have YouTube get on my side for a second and let people see my other content that I've been creating for the years and stuff like that. It was really exciting. Now I have so many new cool members of my community that are subscribed from that incident. And I had so many other people in the snowboard community reach out and be like, yo, like, thanks for standing up for like the snowboarders. Thanks for not being afraid of Vail. But also thanks for holding your character and for not cussing, for speaking to the Yellow Jackets with respect, like, for highlighting an issue with the snowboard, like what Vail has like with that policy. Because like if you get in trouble for speeding, they're supposed to be like, hey, slow down, you get talked to, and you're like, okay. And then they tell you to go to safety class. But the dude that first spotted us was like on a power trip and immediately sent us to safety class. We didn't get that first warning. We didn't all this stuff. And so hopefully it sparked a policy change, or like the people that were not being respectful got a talking to. Now, hopefully I bettered other people's days or experiences from that, because my goal is just to have everyone have a great time snowboarding. Obviously I don't like drama. My channel is not a drama channel. It was very drama filled, and I was really excited for the drama to blow past and be over. And now I'm just snowboarding again. But it was really cool to have a viral moment. Collectively, those videos got over 1 million views. I have a feeling they're going to spike again next season. I mean, you know that videos pick up again, right, when the winter starts. And I think YouTube likes those videos. So we'll see what they do.
Wow, that's cool, man. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it definitely surprised me, because all of a sudden I saw those couple of videos and I was like, oh, this is a different kind of content for your channel. It's not, you don't normally do like a drama type story, but I guess it's life. It just kind of happened, right? Like it just happened to you and you happen to be filming it and you went with it. I was like kind of contemplating like calling you or messaging you and saying like, oh, Johnathan, like, do you want to risk it? Because yeah, they could just like be like, no, he's banned. Like, I don't like that video. But yes, it looks like in the end you did the right thing. And
I had a bunch of people telling me to keep poking the bear, and I was like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, this videos did their parts. I'm not doing anything. I'm disappearing quietly.
Nice, man. Cool.
I mean, those videos still get like 5-6 comments a day. It's blowing up in Europe right now.
Really?
Yeah, like 90% of comments are like, this would never happen over here.
Well, it's crazy too, because some resorts have, there's no safety people, no yellow jackets. Other places there's tons of them. I think like in Europe, like a lot of European countries probably have never seen something like that before, because Europe is kind of a free for all for the lift lines and also for riding and safety too. Like everyone's kind of taking their riding into their own hands, and there's not really any guidelines or ropes. But yeah, North America, it's like a special thing with safety people and the whole thing. But yeah, that was definitely interesting, man. That was cool. But
something that blew my mind is at Telluride, they had signs on their chairlift that said, text unsafe skiers or snowboarders to this number. So if someone thought you weren't riding safely, they could like text the resort and they would come and find you. Okay, I was like, wow. I was blown away. I was like, those are signs. Wow, and Telluride had a very big like safety like structure. It was like just as gnarly as Keystone.
Wow. And like also, yeah, the tough part too with resorts, like sometimes places do get like so busy. And like here in Whistler, early season, we like barely got any snow, but there were just like thousands of people like on the runs. It was so busy, and it was like it was like a dangerous situation, not just for speeding, but just in general, just to be up there. It was like when you kind of get, there's an inherent danger with skiing and snowboarding, but also, some places it just gets filled in, and like like you're saying, that run Schoolmarm, it just gets packed with families and beginners, and it's like you're kind of like going through a maze sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, at what point is the unsafe thing trying to get as many people to the resort as possible? because like other thing too is like Keystone and A Basin, they are like on these races to be the first to open. So they open up with the tiniest little chunk of snow and they're like, we're open, everybody come. And all of a sudden you have a whole mountain worth of people showing up to ride one run. And it's definitely gnarly and dangerous. It's called the white ribbon of death for anyone new out there. And
Yeah.
I always try to push in my vlogs on those days safety and like pay attention. And you don't want to get hit and you definitely don't want to hit somebody else. So being safe is definitely my main priority every time I go snowboarding.
Especially, yeah, for like new snowboarders too. It's like sometimes, because we snowboarders, I guess we have more blind spots than a skier. So like on that heel turn, we can, if we do a hard heel turn, then maybe, you know, there could be somebody there. So either, what I always used to tell my students is like, make your turns predictable for somebody behind you. Because yeah, sometimes you can make like a hard heel turn or like a hard toe turn. And, you know, even though the person uphill is supposed to be paying attention to what's in front, sometimes like accidents can happen. So make your turns predictable and like, yeah, be extra cautious.
One of my safety tips is we do have blind spots as our back. So on a busy day, a busy run like that, I'll ride my back to the trees. So I'm making so I have less of a spot for someone to sneak into my blind spot if I'm hugging the trees on my backside.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good one. Yeah. And yeah, and also just like, yeah, it's like sometimes there's little people around and they can be like hidden too behind other skiers. So it's like maybe just give some extra room if you're coming in hot to some place. But yeah, sweet, man. But yeah, how was the rest of your season? I know that everyone's season got cut short, but yeah, you've been putting out the content like crazy. How was the rest of the season in Colorado for park and for powder and everything? I saw you guys got some good dumps.
Yeah, so February it was really just February. We got all of our snow in February, like a record-breaking February. March, no snow, literally nothing. And it's funny because February is my travel month, so I was traveling all out of Colorado while we were getting the best snow of the season. But where I was going was still getting good snow, and then plus I had the heli trip, and like I got my powder early. And nice. I was also like kind of chasing the powder early season because we weren't getting much snow, but like Steamboat was getting hit, so I'd drive down there, or Wolf Creek would get hit and we would drive down there, kind of chase powder just a little bit. But the season was incredible. Copper built an incredible park. Keystone built one of the best parks they've built in years. They just never waxed their rails, so that was tough because like sticky rails are like my enemy. But for me, the highlight of my season was landing a backside 900 because I've been kind of chasing that trick for a while. I went out to Tahoe, which was having a horrible season. But when I showed up, it was like spring-like conditions. So I got to kind of throw my body a little bit. I trust the snow that I wasn't going to like land in a big old squish pile. And so got really close to the 900 in Tahoe and then came back to Colorado first day back after traveling for 6 weeks and went to Copper and landed a 900 first day back in Colorado. And it was amazing.
Yeah, congrats.
And then, yeah, dude, it's cool. It's because me and Tony Hawk are the same now. No,
nice.
No, it makes you realize like, man, I had to do it on this jump and Tony Hawk did it in a quarter pipe or a half pipe. Like it's insane. It's a lot of rotating, but I was hyped on it. I definitely wanted to work on it, tweak it some bit, and then do some like learn other tricks, like bigger tricks, especially working with Tommy, who you interviewed earlier. He was my snowboard coach this season. He taught me a bunch and really helped me become a stronger rider to be able to throw those bigger rotations. So I feel like I've progressed a lot this season, so that was really exciting. Like every time you're progressing, you're feeling really good.
Yeah, man. And like the 900, that's a huge milestone trick. Like not many snowboarders in history can say they've done a 900. So that's incredible, man. And yeah, well, congrats. But what tips, like what brought you to that point to get to do it?
So and Tommy taught me this, but when you think of like, I'm going to spin 900 degrees, that's overwhelming. Like I'm going to spin how many times? 2 360s and a 180? What? Like that's a lot. But if you break it down where it's like, yo, I'm going to do a 540 and then a 360, or I'm going to do a 360 and then a 540, or I'm going to do a 7 and a 180. And that was my approach. So I really worked on my 720, got my backside 720 really strong, which if you don't have that trick yet, once again, work on your 5s, and then it's a 540 plus a 180. So then when I got to my 900, it was like, yo, I'm gonna throw a couple 7s. I felt really good on my 7s. It's like, hey, I'm going to throw a 720 and I'm just going to 180 at the end. And that sounds so much easier than I'm going to go throw a 900. And so that was my thought process going into it. Once again, when you learn a new trick, especially something that big, it's not the cleanest the first time. I think Torstein could tell you that with the triple. When you land those big tricks, it takes a bunch of repetition to finally clean up those tricks, add those grabs, make them look stylish. So my 900 has a lot of work. I'm just really happy I put 2 of them down this season.
Wow.
And just know, for anyone out there that wants to learn park, get better at park, you cannot beat time on snow. The more you snowboard, the better you'll get at snowboarding. And then just don't waste any snowboard days. Every day you go snowboarding, there's something you can work on, whether that's just riding some switch, practicing some ollies, getting better at turning. Like, there's so much to snowboarding that you can do on just runs early season that will help you later down the season in the park. And then, like I said a couple of times, there's like good times of the season to try big tricks, new tricks. And that's like that slushy springtime or a good powder day.
Yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, the soft, like, good snow helps. Like that day, so the day that you landed the 900 was, like, what jump were you hitting and what were the snow conditions like?
So it was the day after a snowfall. So that, once again, that makes the snow softer. So we got like, I think, a 6-inch snowstorm, and then the groomers came in and groomed it all down. So the snow was still soft. So it kind of gives you confidence knowing when you land, it's going to be like a smooth landing. It's not icy lips, icy landings. It was really nice snow. It was probably a 30-foot jump at Copper. The cool thing with Copper is they had a 3-line, and they've had it for years. But after the Dew Tour, they crushed it and they made it a 4-line, but they made it a progression line. So it started like 10 foot, 15, 25, 30, 40, or it was something like that. And so it got progressively bigger. So it was really cool because I showed up and I was instantly able to work up my confidence with spinning the 7 on a smaller jump and then moving it to the bigger jump that I wanted to throw the 9 on. And then, like, just being able to really work the day, that those jumps, and really kind of got focused when I showed up, and I was like, dude, this is the day. It's Bluebird, it's perfect, snow soft. Like, let's do something cool.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, and like you said, it's like, you know, once you got your 540, or like once you got your 360 comfortable, go 360 plus 180. And then once you get, you know, it's all about taking those like steps. 540 comfortable, add in a 180. But yeah, and then also, yeah, the snow conditions were good. You had the right, like you said, they built that 4 jump line, so great progression. So, and then you had Tommy Bennett coaching you too. So it's good to have somebody like giving you tips, watching you, pushing you.
It's funny too, because I just I just got back to Colorado, so I didn't wake up and go, I'm throwing a 900 today. Woke up and I'm like, oh, I get to snowboard with Tommy. I'm super excited. So I show up to Copper and I'm like, oh, whoa, look at this new 4-line. I've never seen this before. So it was the first time I ever hit the 4-line. And then I just threw a 7, and Tommy, I rode down after me, and he came up and he goes, you should go throw one more 7 and then a 9. And I was like, what? And he's like, do it. I was like, okay. We have the thing where he says, it's don't be soft, DBS. He's like, come on, man, don't be soft.
Nice, so, man. Wow, that's incredible.
And when your coach or your friend or whoever you're riding with has the confidence, like, I didn't say, hey, I think I want to throw a 9. He goes, you're ready to throw that 9. And him having that confidence in me, because I know Tommy doesn't want me to get hurt, but him having that eye being like, dude, you have it, made me go, okay, like, I got it.
Cool, man. Awesome. That's yeah, that's so cool. So yeah, so many big milestones. You got the 9, you got into the news, viral videos.
Heli snowboarding, going to the East Coast.
Oh,
that was
wow.
really cool. I went to the East Coast and got a powder day.
Sick. Where did you ride in Vermont?
Yeah, I rode Mount Snow.
Okay.
So I rode Corinthia Parks, which was like as a snowboarder, and when you watch snowboard edits, you just know there's magical places, and Corinthia Parks is one of those. I really wanted to get there. Cool. Just like Highland Hills in Minnesota is just special. Or I didn't get to Bear, but when I saw you guys went to Bear, I was so jealous. I was like, oh, it's on my to-do. I really want to also get to next season. I really want to get to Jackson Hole. That's on my get done list. It probably would have happened if everything didn't shut down. I was looking for like one more banger late season snowboard trip, and that got canceled.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's so fun. Like, yeah, visiting new places. Even like going to Bear, that was always a dream of mine too. And it's a smaller hill, but it's like the quality is like so high, it's so up there that going to some place that was smaller, but it was like so fun. That top to bottom park features and like the dedicated chair, just so much fun to ride the whole experience. And then the California like feel too is so cool. So I feel like, yeah, I need to get out to some place like Vermont as well, because yeah, so many parts, so many, yeah, snowboard videos from the East Coast that we'll have to get out there. And Tommy was mentioning too, Japan. Do you have is Japan in the back of your mind as well?
Hey, if you got a space, I'm coming. Like, there's nothing stopping me. I'm ready to rock it. I guess my biggest thing, I got a 2-year-old, so that makes traveling harder, especially out of the country. So I haven't done any traveling out of the country yet. But as my son gets older, traveling the world is like what I'm super excited about, to go new places and ride. I would definitely go out and do Japan with you guys. I mean, who doesn't like powder snowboarding? I also got to get a split board, because you guys have been split boarding like crazy. I've never done that, so that'd be a lot of fun.
Sick.
But yeah,
so I was just gonna say, like, yeah, because having a family in that, but if you can kind of do it in like, you know, snowboarding, I'm gonna go on a snowboard for 8 days, 9 days away from the family, but yeah, you get back and then you can just put in that extra time. I think with snowboarding, we're kind of lucky is that we can just like go and show up, and the mountain's there, that we can do it. You know, maybe if it was like surfing, or you got to spend like a month somewhere and wait for the right waves, that makes it more challenging. But yeah, it's good. We can just be, yeah, you're definitely getting it done. So that's awesome to see. But yeah, you're always invited on all the snowboard trips. We'll definitely, I'm sure there'll be some coming up in the future. As long as this quarantine gets lifted, and yeah, we'll be good to go.
I'm down to go to Chile.
Sick, man. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Put me on that list. I'm down.
Really? Okay, sweet. August? You down for August?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, cool, man. All right. Well, I'll keep you posted as soon as things start to get relaxed and we can start booking flights. I'll shoot you an email, I'll let you know, and we can talk about it on here again.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Sick, man. Okay, so before let's get to some questions. Shout out to everyone that's been watching live. Appreciate you guys again. Follow Jonathan's channel. He's killing it with the videos. Link in the description. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Snowboard Pro Camp. And yeah, let's check out some of the questions in the live chat. Can you see the live chat as well?
Yeah, I can totally see it.
Okay, nice. Yeah, shout out to Melissa Barrett for tuning in too. Yeah, I got the chance to meet Melissa a couple years ago in Colorado, so she's killing it, and she was with you with the heliboarding as well. We got Jose in the chat, and Jen. Tommy Bennett with the super chat. Tommy says Kevin and Jonathan killing it. Thanks, Tommy, man. Justin Joe says both your channels are awesome. Thanks, Justin. I feel like a lot of our audience is like crossovers. We got a lot of people that watch both channels.
It's funny because I don't know if I'm looking at my chat or if I'm looking at your chat. Literally everybody's here.
you recognize all the names too. That's awesome.
No, like literally every single buddy or every single person right now, which is the best part about our snowboard community. It's so strong and everybody supports everybody. I get like my sticker shout outs and the people got your sticker, they got Casey's sticker, they got Tommy's sticker. I'm like, this is so sick. You guys are incredible. And we're lucky to have such a sick community because we're all still small YouTubers. We couldn't be doing this full time if we were probably in any other genre, but the snowboard community is so strong and you guys care so much and you enjoy this content so much that you guys support like crazy. And I know Kevin and myself and Tommy, and I'm sure everybody's super thankful to have all of you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Jose Bautista saying, Tommy, Jonathan, you and the crew, Japao 2021. Yeah, let's make it happen.
That'd be crazy.
Sean Oz is on here too. Shout out to Sean. Yeah, awesome, Sean, talking to you back in Colorado as well. Hope you're being safe out there, man. Is Sean still doing tattoos?
He's not allowed. So in the Colorado / you can't get your hair cut, you can't get a tattoo, like none of that. It's all shut down.
He tattooed you, right? You got the tattoo on your arm?
Yeah. Nice. Best tattoo I've ever gotten. Summit Ink tattoo. If you're in Summit County, you want to get that vacation tattoo. Sean is incredible. I highly recommend my dude.
Nice.
Not just because he tattooed me, I really think he's one of the best tattoo artists I've ever seen.
Yeah, definitely. And Border MTB says hashtag free Buckhouse. LOL.
That's the hashtag that terrorized Keystone for a while.
Oh, oh man. Yeah, I was honestly, I was worried for you. I was like, oh man, I hope they don't come down hard on Johnathan. Like, but yeah, it all worked out good.
Yeah.
All right, tons of people on the chat. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We got Justin Johns saying, it says, what is this? It's like a 2-for-1 special. Keep it up, guys. Awesome. Thanks, Justin.
It's definitely cool that we're doing this. I mean, to get both of us talking on a live stream, like, this is special. I don't know. This is really cool. This Zoom thing. I didn't know anything about it. I just downloaded it, guys. Kevin was like, yo, download Zoom. I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, I've only been doing the Zoom for a couple weeks, and yeah, like some of the YouTube stuff I watch, like sometimes they do the split screen, and yeah, maybe this is one of the perks, one of the silver linings again to like the quarantine is like coming up with more ways to connect and stay in touch. So we should have been doing this all along. Yeah, this is really fun.
Yeah, we got to do this even after quarantine.
Yeah, definitely. Melissa Barrett saying, calling out Johnathan, he doesn't have a passport. Oh no, dude, do you have a passport?
I will get my passport. So the biggest thing is I know I can't go. It was like I knew I couldn't go out of the country. So it's just like you know how busy being a YouTuber is. I don't got time for that yet. When it needs to get done, it'll get done. Right now I gotta get the merch done. I gotta get this video edited. I gotta make sure Roman's diapers changed. Like, gotta do the important stuff now. But yeah, the passport, that'll be done. No issues.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah,
I have the passport photos sitting right here. Here.
Perfect.
The hard part's done. They're sitting right here.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Well, that's man, it's gonna be crazy, especially if we go like South America and Japan. Those aren't like easy first times out of the country either. That's like going in the deep end straight away.
Yeah, I'm gonna need your help with those because
all right.
I'm getting better at traveling, but it's not my strong suit.
How's your Spanish? Can you speak Spanish at all?
You know what's funny is in high school I had the highest grade in Spanish. They would give a trophy to whoever got the highest grade, but I slept every single day in the class, so I have no idea how I got the highest grade, and I retained none of it. So
okay.
I got okay Spanish though. I was a manager at Target, and I would have my employees only speak to me in Spanish. So I got Paquito.
Yeah, Paquito, nice, man. And Jen shouting at his crew. He says hashtag shout out to the DWCP crew. A bunch of OGs in that crew there. The Shred Ship with the super chat says awesome interviews. Keep up the solid work, and see you cats soon at 9K elevation. Nice. That's pretty crazy. Dude. That's pretty crazy that you guys live like the top of Whistler Mountain is like 8,000 feet. So you guys live 1,000 feet.
No way.
The peak of Whistler. That's wild.
That's crazy.
I can't even. Yeah, it's hard to comprehend that you guys are like, yeah, you guys are living up there. You're way up there somewhere.
We're way up there. Yeah. Well, the cool thing is the most kids that are born up here, they have to be on oxygen. But my son Roman, when he was born, he didn't need oxygen. He's a true mountain guy.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully he's gonna be one. He just came out with like the strongest lungs, which is really exciting. Being born at 9,000 feet.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. That's perfect. Yeah. Shout out to Roman. What's up, Roman? If you're watching this back, dude. Hope you're having fun with your trucks and your cars and your basketball hoop.
He's been knocking on the door a little bit. If you've been watching any of my recent live streams, I kind of like let my wife and Roman just kind of bomb them now. Normally I tell them like, hang back a little bit, but everyone's been enjoying Roman running up with his sharks or his dinosaurs and just jumping on here. My wife jumped on a couple live streams recently, which is really cool.
Cool.
Kind of bringing, now that we're at quarantine and it's like, I can only be with either Tommy or my family. Let's get my family in these videos a little bit more. And
Definitely.
people are enjoying it.
Awesome, man. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, my wife Jill, she's done a few yoga videos on the channel, a few live chats as well. But yeah, it's fun to include like, yeah, everyone, because people want to know. They're like, oh, what's your son like? What's your wife like? So it's an awesome insight for sure. Yeah, let's do a couple more questions and then I'll let you go, because I know that you guys are probably having some dinner shortly, or yeah, have a game of basketball or something with Roman. Tyler says, Tyler Franger, JB definitely got lucky with all the snow in Vermont. Didn't get to fully experience the ice coast.
Yeah, so Tyler Franger makes YouTube videos as well. He's on the East Coast. Kid is super awesome. Check out his channel if you're bored. He's actually still got some snowboard content he's been posting if you want to catch anything.
Sick.
Oh yeah, so I met up with Tyler one of my days out there, and I was like, dude, you promised ice, and I'm out here riding powder. Like, what's up? It was funny too, because it was like their first powder day of the season, and he's a local, so he was like, dude, we gotta go rip these trees, we gotta go do all this, like, this is the best day of the season. I'm like, dude, this is so sick. Like, their energy and their excitement about how good the snow was made my day better. So Tyler's super awesome. And I did get lucky, but snow kind of travels with me, because even when I did Telluride, once again, I think they got 12 inches with the week we were there, and then Silverton before the heli day got that snow cycle as well. So like right before heliboarding and all that stuff, we got fresh new snow. So like, wow. Like everyone on my channel says snow follows me.
Perfect. That's what you want for sure.
Right? I'll take it to Japan.
Definitely. Yeah, we got so lucky too with going to Japan. Like, yeah, one of the driest seasons they've ever had, and then we got like 40 centimeters the first night. It was insanely lucky. But and shout out to Greg MC, says Team Huckhouse. Yeah, how's the team? How are some of those? Because I've seen in previous summers, you have some of the local kids on your skate team, and yeah, those kids are so cool. I think I've met a few of them. How's the Team Huckhouse doing?
Those kids are doing awesome. So yeah, like earlier with the YouTube channel, I did the summer skateboarding with Team Huckhouse. I'd love to keep doing it, but that content doesn't get watched at all. Like, no one likes to watch skateboarding content. But I sponsored 5 kids to go skateboard around, and they all killed it. And they also snowboard, and they've been in some of the videos. But yeah, the cool thing about that experience, and this is the one thing about trying stuff. So I tried to sponsor these kids, called them Team Huckhouse. It was really cool. But what I got out of that is what I call my subscribers now, which is Team Huckhouse, which a lot of people get confused. My last name is Buckhouse. And with snowboarding, there's a thing called hucking it. And that's where you kind of just hold your breath and you just try that thing that you wanted to try, whether that's a backflip or jumping off a cliff or something, you huck it. So still a play on words, Buckhouse, Huckhouse. So if you subscribe to my channel, you're now a part of Team Huckhouse. And we're out here just killing it, hucking it safely. Because no one wants to get hurt.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love it, man. That's like you're blessed with a good last name, because yeah, Buckhouse, Huckhouse, Team Huckhouse. That's a really cool. It's a really cool name for your subscribers. That's awesome, man. And yeah, shout out to everyone in Team Huckhouse. And
it's super simple to say, and like, yeah, everyone. I always get compliments on my last name. And a lot of people just call me my last name, like Buckhouse. Yo, what's up, Buckhouse? Buckhouse, which is cool.
Nice, man. Awesome. Sweet. Yeah, let's wrap it up there. Johnathan, man, I feel weird calling you Buckhouse. I'll call you Johnathan. Yeah, it was sick talking to you, dude. And yeah,
hope, so much fun.
You and family stay safe. And yeah, for everyone watching this, check out Jonathan's channel. Don't go too deep into the drama on the videos. That's just like those are two videos. Most of the content is like having fun, snowboarding, and yeah, sharing the love of snowboarding. So that's awesome to see. And yeah, check out some of Jonathan's like merch and stuff. We're John, upcoming YouTuber, making it work. So yeah, you want to plug your merch, man, and everything you got going on?
Yeah, guys, if you want any of the Evolution merch, you don't have to like the channel, but I got stickers, hoodies, t-shirts. I got it all. I quit my job with 7,000 subscribers. I got the business side kind of figured out. So come hang out the channel. What we do is we just have the best time ever while we go snowboard, and I try and help you guys become the best snowboarders possible, not through like how-to videos, but by giving you those local tips, those things, that knowledge that I've put together over the 10 years. So we go and have a sick day snowboarding, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, here's a tip. Like, guys, check this out. And try and help you guys out. And then as I go experience new things, like going to new resorts, I can be like, oh, don't go that way. So check out the channel. Kevin, thanks for putting me on this platform. Thanks for like doing snowboard YouTube for so long. Like, you're the pioneer, you're the dude. I remember being like moving up here, like wanting to get into snowboarding and checking out your videos. And now we're homies and I love it. And we're gonna be doing snowboard trips together. And like, it's really cool. So thanks for leading the way, man.
Yeah, no worries, man. No, thank you too. Like, thanks for coming on here, and yeah, appreciate the content. And yeah, it's way better to have a snowboard community where we can, yeah, do trips together, do and talks like this together, and share like our love of snowboarding. So yeah, man, it's awesome. But yeah, have a good night, Jonathan. Thanks again for hopping on here. And yeah, for everyone that likes this video, give this video a like, and then we'll do this again. We'll do this again soon.
Heck yeah, man.
Awesome. All right, man. Have a good night. I'll see you later. And bye to everyone that's been watching. Thank you guys for checking it out.
Yeah, thanks for jumping on, guys.
All right, later.
Daddy.
Roman.